This offensive interior class, it's pretty darn good, especially at the top. I mean, mwah. But before we get into all that good stuff, what's crack-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. I'm going to remind you again later in the video, so go ahead and just do it now so you can skip by the reminder. But hey, we're going over the offensive interior class in this video. I'm gonna give you my top 10 offensive interior prospects. If you want to see the whole list, go to ftfn.com. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. It'll also be the pinned comment if you want to see the full rankings of my offensive interior linemen. Shoot, while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe and follow FTFN's YouTube channel and Twitch. Thank you kindly. Also, hey, you got the Flick Sports app yet? Go ahead and grab that sucker because I'm on there. I'm the group Never Too Early Draft because that's what we talk about. We love the draft, so we talking about draft prospects. So if you don't have it downloaded, go ahead and get it downloaded. And you could also just look at the link in the description. Follow that, man. I got links in the description. I got links for days, baby. Links for days. But we're talking about the offense interior class, and much of the same what I alluded to in my offensive tackle class. The offensive line is probably the position group that I'm least confident in evaluating. I typically just rely on the analytics, and I'm kind of a sucker for athleticism, and especially with the offensive interior athleticism, you could get away with not being nearly as athletic. So I typically kind of rely on the analytics when it comes to this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's do the dang thing. I got Jack Anderson at 10 out of Texas Tech. Yes, I'm still high on the guy. I thought he could have been a first round pick. Oh, but that was early in the 2020 season, and I was very high on him. Things have changed. I got a 4th round grade on him right now. I still think he's a very good prospect. He was cut short in 2019 by an upper body injury, caused him to miss the last 8 games. Still, guy's got, in my opinion, pretty good athleticism. He's able to get to the second level and lay out blocks, and that kind of says the thing. He plays in the air raid offense there at Texas Tech. So him being athletic, it's kind of a given. And he actually, his best trait is the dude is just a monster. He's a powerhouse. He's a mauler, dude. Boy is strong. Big boy strong. But a guy if he continues to have a healthy season, he only has given up 2 pressures through 4 games on the season. That can definitely rise up the ranks here. Aaron Banks out of Notre Dame coming in here at 999. A really cool name for it. But at number 9, Aaron Banks. He is the type of player that really, the NFL just loves. We saw it with Damian Lewis out of LSU last year. This guy, strong, powerful hands. He's a mauler. But it's his pass protection that's been very, very good over the course of 3 seasons there at South Bend. He's only allowed 2 sacks. He has only given up 1 lone pressure this season. The guy, his feet, they could be a little quicker, but again, you can get away with that stuff on the interior. You don't have to necessarily be as athletic as, a wide receiver, I guess. But I'm a sucker for athleticism. Creed Humphrey at 7, man. Oh, trigger warning, trigger alert, dude. Yeah, I got Humphrey here at 7 because the guy I don't think he is a center in the NFL. He's 6'5". He typically gets out leveraged, especially by more powerful interior linemen. I think guard's going to be his spot. The only problem is he's never played a snap at guard all through college, so he'd be at a new position. So that's why I got him here at 7 on my list. He's a former wrestler. He plays with very good technique, very strong hands. He's able to really engage and disengage when he chooses, so not when the defense does. And really the only time he got beat over the last few seasons was against Baylor's Bravion Roy, who was just a utter monster when it came to power. And then Quentin Williams at Alabama, when he had that just bonkers season that led him to be a first round pick. But again, my worry is he gets out muscled. That's how he gets beat. So we'll see. I know a lot more people are high on him, think he's a first rounder. I'm just not in that category, man. We all have good takes. We all have bad takes. This might be a bad take on my part. James Empey coming here at number, I think we are at, we're at 7. We're at 7. So Creed Humphrey was actually number 8. Wow. So, yeah, at me at the comments. But at 7, we got Empey. He's just really good, dude. The guy is very, very good. He's actually been over in the terms of true pass sets over the last 2 seasons. Only Cesar Ruiz was ahead of him in terms of grading. He had the 3rd highest run block grade over that stretch of any offensive interior lineman. The guy, he's definitely really, really good, dude. He's only allowed 7 pressures and 2 sacks over the course of 1,800 snaps, dude. He did miss 2 games so far this season with a lower leg injury, but it looks like he's going to return this weekend. And the guy's been his dominant self through this whole season. But he's been facing lesser competition. That's probably the biggest gripe here. He might probably need a Senior Bowl to really elevate his stock. But I think he's a day 2 guy. And then at number 6, Tyler Linderbaum, a guy I really think might end up coming out in the 2022 draft. Not this one, but he really needs to get over that 300-pound threshold. That's kind of a big worry if you're under 300 pounds there on the offensive line. It's kind of a concern. They think you might get basically just manhandled. But this guy, easily one of the most athletic interior linemen in this class. He has great hands and just overall a stellar technician. He does have a background in wrestling. Surprise, these wrestling guys do very well on the interior line. But again, with multiple years of eligibility, I could definitely see him coming back and then coming out in 2022. But before we get into the rest of the video, go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the video. It really, really helps the channel out a ton. And hey, man, help me. And don't forget the Flick Sports app. Go ahead, download that. And if you're looking for me, you can search me in the description below, or it's the pinned comment. Follow that link. I am the Never Too Early Draft, because it's never too early to draft. On to number 5. And he is my highest rated center here, Drake Jackson out of Kentucky. I'm willing to go on a limb here and say he will be the top center drafted. He has played over 2,500 snaps at center for Kentucky. As a pass protector, he is yet to allow pressure this season. And I mean, probably the biggest improvement is him as a run blocker. The guy's got a lot of pop. He strings together a lot of good combo tackles from the first to the second level, man. Again, he's 292. I would like to see him get close to that 300-pound threshold, but this guy, he really so far this season, he's played with very good nastiness, kind of reminiscent of a prospect I liked last year from Kentucky, Logan Stenberg, who ended up going to the 4th round. So again, man, these Kentucky guys, man, they got some good offensive linemen there in Kentucky. Then Ben Cleveland out of Georgia, he's probably rising on everyone's board here. He's finally getting snaps, because if you kind of follow him or follow this channel or anyone that talks about him, he's had struggles staying on the field, whether it was because of injury or academic ineligibility. He racked up 475 snaps, 208 snaps, and 361 snaps over the course of his 3 seasons. But he's played 270 through 4 games thus far, and he has been dominant. I think he's going to play the rest of the year. His play is very similar to Damian Lewis. Again, here comes that name, who went early in the 3rd round, but I think Cleveland, he better handles agility. This guy is he's a strong freak. And you know what? He looked really good in that Alabama game. So that's, I think, what really set him over the top for people, and now he's moving up boards because so. And then next, I got Elijah Vera-Tucker, dude, out of USC. He will not be playing left tackle this year. Thank goodness. He'll be playing guard. Thank you to, I forgot who told me that. You know who you are. Thank you. But he'll be playing guard, which is great. I don't want to see him on. He's gonna be a guard in the NFL. Don't play him at tackle. I had the same issue with South Carolina doing that to Cedarius Hutcherson, and you know what? Now he's playing at guard, so great. Keep those guys where they're gonna be in the NFL. But he's one of the best pass blockers in all of college football from the interior. He is allowed last season. He allowed a pressure rate of 1.1%, which is good. That's good. Good. Very nice. Athleticism, dude. Some knock his athleticism. I think I know, like, for me, athleticism is what I kind of first look for. So I don't get it, you know. I think this guy's very athletic, so I don't know, man. We'll see, but he can play a little stronger. I don't think he's weak by any means, but I think his play strength needs a little bit of work. You can kind of see it in the run game. But again, I kind of like these guys with that combination of athleticism. And again, I think guy is powerful. He just needs to play powerful. So that would be something I want to see is improvement. And I think it would improve with better hand technique. Not saying it is terrible, but it could stand to get better. I think that's why you don't see the play strength necessarily on the tape. And then Tennessee's own Trey Smith coming in here at number 2. Might very well be a first rounder, but he's had a solid season thus far, and he's kind of had this roller coaster ride of a career. If you're not familiar with him, he had the blood clots in his lungs that's cost him some time during like spring training or spring practice and all that, and that's going to be a big medical red flag that really needs to be checked out at the combine. So that might make or break his stock, but you're getting a guy that has a bit of versatility. He has played all over the offensive line there at Tennessee until he kind of found his spot there at, I believe it's left tackle. So he's played the left, or did I say left tackle? Left guard. But he's played both guard positions. He's played both tackle positions. He's got pretty good athleticism, and he's just stupid strong. And then, of course, number 1 is going to be Wyatt Davis. I have said this guy could be Quentin Nelson. He could, or at least his stock could rise like Quentin Nelson. I do believe this guy can be a top 10 pick. His 2019 tape was insane. He allowed He didn't allow one hit on the quarterback through 400 pass blocking snaps. His technique's very polished. He's a very strong run blocker. There's just a ton to like about this guy. And I think the biggest thing is him to come out and prove that last season wasn't just a one-year wonder. So if we see the same bit of dominance and consistency, yes, I think this guy could be a top 10 pick. But let me know what you think in the comments. And that's it for the video. Go ahead, do the YouTube thing. You know what it is. Subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Again, it helps me out a ton. Why wouldn't you want to help me? And yeah, I'll have more of these positional ranking videos pumping out. We will have a mock draft, not this week, but the following week. But yeah, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.